在印度，只有1700只老虎存活在野外。盗猎和气候变化致使虎群的数量大幅减少。今天我们要讲述的是一名摄影师通过相机镜头拯救印度虎的故事。
I am John Isaac, and I'm a photographer. I came back to India and started to document the tigers about 25 years ago. I feel that I have an obligation, and I had to come back and document the plight of the tigers so that people could see my pictures, and everybody has to help about the survival. I still remember the first time I saw the tiger. It was a male cub right by the lake, and I was so excited. I probably have been coming almost every year, every other year. In the last 10 years, I think my interest has grown tenfold. The dominant female tiger in this area is called Krishna, and she rules this lake area. And Krishna has 3 cubs. Out of that, 2 of them are females. And now that they're about 2 years old, and they will have conflict and they'll be fighting. And finally, one of them will have to leave. Or maybe both of them will have to leave, because every female, including Krishna, they need 9 square kilometers. They won't let another female come and live in the same area. And that's what happened to the grandmother of these 3 cubs, Machli, which is the older tiger, and her daughter actually literally threw her out of this territory. And now it will be the same thing, and that's the way they work in their society. Since this is their territory, and since the lake is here, and the water is here, they always like to come here and cool off. So this area is a very important area for all the 4 tigers. This area, the fort, this used to be the hunting ground of the Maharajas. You know, this is where they used to come and hunt. When you see a picture of the tiger walking by here, and then you see a fort in the back, you know right away it's in Ranthambore. There are 2 hills around here. One is called Run, and the other one is called Thumb, and that's how it's Ranthambore. It means battleground. And also this is where the tigers battle for their position, you know, especially the females who want to take care of their own territory. This is where they fight, and so Ranthambore is pretty symbolic as a battleground. There's no guarantee that each time I come here I will see a tiger, but still the sense of being in a forest and being around, and even sometimes seeing a pug mark is exciting. Pug mark is actually a footprint of the tiger that you see And a lot of these naturalists can look at it and they can tell you when the tiger passed. For me to get really good photos of these amazing animals, I need to be in place before they start moving again. Once we see the animals running through the forest, it's time to start the engine up and follow. That's their meal, the other animals. They like the sambar deer and the cheetal, the spotted deer. Well, actually, today, since morning, I didn't see any tigers at all. I think yesterday they killed a sambar deer, which is pretty big, and this will probably last another 4 days for them to go without starving, and then they'll have to look for something else. The tiger controls the deer population, it controls the sambar population. So this is something that is very important for a healthy forest, and that's one of the reasons why we also have to protect the tigers. One of the rangers were telling me that they will mark this 9 square kilometers, and they also will not leave their territory. It's an imaginary line between two trees, one end to the other, and they also won't step out. They'll stay within their territory. The conflict between the villagers and the tigers has always been there, and then government tries to compensate. If a tiger kills a goat or a cow, they pay a certain amount to the villagers, and this has been a conflict all throughout because the tigers find that they don't have enough space here.
I am Y.K. Sahu, and I am the field director of Ranthambore Tiger Reserve. As soon as you step out of that forest area, there is high human population density. So there is a lot of conflict happening between wild animal and people. And one type of conflict that is most common is crop damage. Because of this, the villagers, they sometimes are very angry with wild animals.
There used to be the corridors, and it's all been occupied by human population.
My name is Sunny and I am a landscape coordinator for the Western India Tiger Landscape Program of WWF India. These villages are on the periphery of Ranthambore National Park, and a landscape connecting Ranthambore National Park to Kaladevi Wildlife Sanctuary, which is a very key corridor area. So we are trying to work with the communities living around and trying to reduce their forest dependency so that we can conserve this corridor patch for the smooth and easy movement of tigers.
ये नार भी आता है, बगेड़ा भी आता है, लील गाय आती है, रोजड़े आते, बिल्कुल किनारे है, हमें जंगल के बिल्कुल पास में है, रोड के पास में सब चीज़ सूर भी आते और सभी जानवर, बहुत सा जानवर आते, हमको परेशान करते, इसलिए हमने ये थोड़ी थोड़ी सी कटकना कर में लिए बैटरी लेके सब रात बैठे रहते, उनके मारे बहुत परेशान करते। अब क्या करें, खेती तो करनी पड़े हमको, ये काम करते हैं साहब, सब रात हमारी मवेशी बंधी हुई है, इसकी रखवाली करते, सब रात लेट देते। मेरा नाम श्रीमती जमुना देवी।
We are trying to provide them alternative livelihood, providing a high value crop, smokeless chulas to reduce the fuel wood consumption, and providing fodder species within their agriculture field so that they will have green fodder throughout the year, and instead of going into the forest they use their own resources.
गई साल बोया हमने खुद ने, और ये तो अभी यही गई साल यही साल बोया, ये आया होया कांदा है हम। ये बमूड़ी था दिया नहीं, इनमें से टीट का काट काट के सूखा सूखा के बाल बाल के ऐसे रोटी करते। सिलेंडर पता नहीं साहब, अपना मुँह पता नहीं, जंगलाई थी से मिला बताया, ये जो कोई रेंजर है अपना पास्टर है, इसने वहाँ से लाया है। 700-800 रुपया में भरा के लावा महीना के महीने, इसलिए जंगल में सब दुनिया नहीं जाब छोड़ दिया तो सब बे होगी, कोई काम नहीं करे, लकड़ी को भी नहीं करे, जंगल में जाने से भी परेशान है दुनिया। तो गैस भेज दिया सबन के घर घर में, वो सभी सिलेंडर पकड़ते हैं और रुपया को कोई समझते ही नहीं है, अब भीतर भरा लावा।
People don't realize how much the tigers are income generating for the poor community here. Look at financially how much of tourism is happening here in Ranthambore. This has sort of helped the local economy totally, and so that's another big reason why we have to protect the tigers. They don't have a voice and we have to be their voice, and that's one of the reasons that I've been so involved in it, and I take these hour-long trips from New York to India and to Ranthambore and see the tigers and photograph, document. The last 2 or 3 years, they say, there's been a drought in Rajasthan. The rains have not been regular.
Climate change is a serious problem in this country, even it's in the continent. So keeping these forest areas alive and protected is the only solution.
Then there are poachers are there. Probably a farmer here will kill a tiger for like not even $20, you know. By the time they kill a tiger and take it through Tibet into China, it's almost $500,000.
Poaching here is demand driven. If there is no demand, there will be no poaching. So right now the demand market is low, so there is no demand and hence there is no poaching. You know, this in every place you will find some communities who were traditionally they were hunters, and we are keeping an eye on them.
मेरा नाम जुगराज है, जाति से मैं हो गया हूँ साहब। पहले तो मैं गांव में जे रुखाली करते थे, हमारे पास ज़मीन जागा तो है नहीं, और परंपरा से हमारे दादा पुरखा है जो ठेठ से जी रुखाली करते थे, जीव जानवर मारते थे, खाते थे, उस तरीके से मतलब चलते। हम ये जीव जानवर खाने के लिए मारते थे। मेरे पास बंदूक थी, मेरे पिताजी की बंदूक थी मेरे पास, उससे शिकार करता था। जैसे अभी मान लीजिए जो और फॉरेस्ट डिपार्ट है, इन्हों में मेरे को रोज़गार लगा दिया, तो मेरा पेट जैसे ही बच्चा बच्ची का गुजारा चल रहे हैं, पोष पालन हो रही है मेरी, जिसलिए मैं अब इन्हों को मतलब वो धंधा छोड़ दिया सब।
So we have targeted the younger generation, and I believe that once educated, they will be able to get some new vocation in life, some new profession.
Oh, wow. Today was just fantastic, especially yesterday for all that we missed. The whole day we waited, and today to see all of them together. And for a moment, my heart stopped. The mother Krishna and the 3 cubs. This is the first time I think I saw all 4 together, especially when they were walking down with Rajbagh in the background. It was just an amazing sight. And every time I hear something like this year the population, there's so many percent increase, I feel so good. You know, in some ways, some things are working. And so this is what drives me to come and do this.
Earlier, the population estimation was based upon indirect evidences like say footprints or pug marks. Now later on we started doing it by deploying camera traps. Now with the coming in of digital revolution and information technology, we are also trying to innovate. When the person goes out in the field every morning, using the GPS in it, and whatever he sees, he'll be just clicking the screen and the whole data will be saved in the instrument, and whenever he is there in some network, that data will be uploaded and sent to the central control room. Tiger conservation is not only about saving the tiger. Tiger is a sort of flagship species. So when you are able to save the whole ecosystem and the ecology of a place is intact, then only tiger can be saved. So it means that if tiger is lost, then we have lost ecological balance.
To me, even my own existence in some ways will be affected if I, in my lifetime, if the tigers are extinct. I don't know how I'll handle that. Someone said, even if evolution takes place all over again, the chances of a tiger coming into existence is not definite or not certain. So that's what we have to think about. When we lose a species, it's forever.